Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Money Mondays. My name is Paul Johnson. I'm the Director of Economic and Community Development here at GPCOG, and I am joined by,
Belinda Ray, the Director of Strategic Initiatives here at GPCOG.
and I don't have my belt with me today, but I did bring this little guy. There we go. See, he's
Always
got,
a crowd pleaser.
yeah, see the money?
Oh my
The
gosh.
money. Ah.
Okay, so let me just say, I was doing something else. I assumed you picked up Walter, and then I came back to the screen. Who is that? What was that? Is that,
Listen,
wait,
I
wait, I know
got
who that is.
infinite dollar bill references here, huh? All right, all right.
Is that Randy
This is the million dollar
Grandfather?
man, so it's the
Oh,
same
that's what he's
theme. It's
called?
the same theme. Yep.
All
Yep.
right. Okay. All right. We're good. Excellent. I'll share now.
I think last year, while you're pulling this up, I think last year I combined these into one big presentation and said there was award season. Well, this is not quite award season, but springtime, early summer is the season, kind of the year-end events, because all the fiscal years are wrapping up and lots of organizations are doing year-end things. But today, I am highlighting what we call MITSI, or the Maine International Trade Center. I've highlighted them in many different Money Mondays for different opportunities. A lot of times, these guys funnel grant money down through businesses in your community. They are a tremendous resource for entrepreneurs, and they're really the one resource that deals with international trade in Maine. So if anybody is importing or exporting or looking to expand beyond the United States, they are a invaluable resource. So with that, they have their trade day coming up, which is essentially an event. Belinda, yep. Oh, we still have this. For some reason, we still have this animation on here. I will know. I did go different format here. This is a cleaner format than in the past. I've had like the logo and then up top. So this is me trying to be more design friendly. But this is it's open to the public or open to anybody in the economic development sphere, entrepreneurs. And it is taking place in April, I believe, late April. Belinda, for the next page. Nope, excuse me, May 5th. What I like about this is in May 5th, notice how it's from 4 to 8 p.m. So it's actually, it's short, so it's not all day, because a lot of these events sometimes go like 8 or 7 or 8 hours, and they can run you ragged. And I also like this is in the evening, so you can actually go and focus on why you're there instead of maybe checking your work phone with all the emails coming in and out. But if anybody is interested, it does have a fee to it. It's $135 for non-members. I believe it's $85 for members. So I don't know how many towns or cities are members of Mitzi, but I put the non-member rate here to set appropriate expectations. But it really focuses on essentially international trade here in Maine and what you can do to be part of the ecosystem that is importing and exporting our goods and services. So it's well worth it, May 5th, and it's in the afternoon and doesn't take up your whole workday. So as always, I've put the registration link in the PowerPoint.
Excellent. I'm remembering the Million Dollar Man now because the last time you brought him out, I was like, wait, $6 million man. And you said
Yeah, yes,
no.
exactly right. I don't know if I brought
Okay,
this
probably
version
not.
of them out. I think this is new. I could be wrong.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yes, I wanted to talk about the community greenhouse grants. And if this sounds familiar, it is because we talked about it just 2 weeks ago, I think, 3 weeks ago, three, four, I don't know. It was originally released on March 18th, featured here on the 23rd, but then it was paused on the 27th. They needed to do a tune up, change some things, and it was re released on April 8th with updates. And so today we're going to talk about what the updates are, and then I have a few other things too. So we'll just go through these kind of quick. The purpose remains the same, but the eligibility is slightly updated. Now, don't freak out. Municipalities and counties are still eligible, but they've just reworded the way they were saying it. And I think it was primarily because it sounded like there were only a few universities, colleges that could participate. And they've also added nonprofits and community centers into the mix here. And now public entities, that's where those specific universities and counties and municipalities and state agencies or authorities are all included. So slight update to eligibility. Not much here, except they've changed the local food consumption to local food production, which is probably more apt. Everything else remains the same in the funding priorities. Allowable cost, this is the big one. So now it's just the price of getting the greenhouse, siting it, installing it. Formerly, they were saying you could use 25% of your total funding request for supplies, but no supplies anymore. So that's no longer allowable. It's just the cost of the greenhouse, siting it, installing it. This remains the same. Supplies added to the unallowable cost list. And then the amounts have changed also. So now the minimum is 10,000 and the max is 100,000. I think that's because they're just trying to get it to more people. Um, you'll notice admin supplies out of the getting the money section. Because they've made these changes and reopened it, they've changed some of the dates. So now they're expecting the awards to be announced in June or July. And the deadline has moved from April 28th to May 22nd. So you got a lot of time to get this in. There's time still for questions, written questions by May 4th. They'll be answered by May 7th. And there is a webinar, was going to be, oh, shoot. It was going to be on the 15th. It's not anymore, is it? Shoot, guys, shoot. I'm going to update this for you. I'm pretty sure that has been updated and that it's a little later in the month. But I will update that when I send out the slides. So keep that in mind too. The request for applications is new. That old one that's red, it does link to the old one, but the new one's the one you want to go to. It has all the changes. The registration link is correct. I fixed that. The registration for the Zoom. I think I just didn't change the date. So the register is there. It'll give you the date. All right. Second thing I wanted to talk about is there is this free AI training from the federal government, and it is called Make America AI Ready. To get started with it, all you do is text the word ready to 20202. And it is free. It is 7 days. You get a text message every day with your lesson. You don't need a laptop or internet, but you can also sign up on your desktop. But I signed up because I wanted to, before I sent this to you, I wanted to see what it is. Here's what I discovered, some of the things. First of all, it is very easy to understand. It is AI 101. So if you know a lot about it and you're using it all the time, you might not get a lot out of this. I'm probably, I would say, an intermediate user. I source AI, a couple times a week easily, maybe even daily, because actually, if I'm saying, hey, Google to my phone and asking it who won the Celtics game last night, it's answering me right now. My phone's right here. Don't say, hey, Google aloud if your phone's nearby. I do use it fairly regularly, but I'm kind of enjoying doing it. It has a sense of humor. So it, has funny little memes and things that it will say and is very conversational and interactive. So it's not just reading. It'll do a little bit and then it will ask you a question. You answer, and then, like AI does, it'll say, that's great. So here's where we go from there. Um, Other things that I found are that it is very pro AI. All right. I've done 4 of the 7 lessons now, and we've not had anything about what you shouldn't ask AI to do or what you might want to be careful with. Maybe that's coming. But it's not going to, I don't think it's going to give you a lot of cautions. It is, however, pretty cool and pretty fun and does point you to some neat resources to try out some stuff. So it does respond very quickly after you text you're ready. I texted it at 11:40 a.m. on Thursday or Friday, and my lessons are now scheduled for 11:45 each day for 7 days. So it's worth checking out. It's free. I did not have to give social security numbers or anything but my phone number to sign up. So it's not mining a lot of data for me. I didn't give it permissions on my phone. So I think it's okay. Final thing, there's a public input opportunity on rural transportation. So the rural opportunities to use transportation for economic success, otherwise known as roots, That is a USDOT initiative. They're trying to help with transportation infrastructure needs for rural and tribal communities, and they want your input. So they have a request for information out, which you can read at this link. But essentially, they are seeking input on these things. They want to know, what are the unmet needs? What are the barriers you face to getting those needs met? And how can they improve what they're trying to do, services, technical assistance to support you? So if you would like to participate, you can look at that RFI. There's a green button at the top that says submit comments. Press that, write your comments, and in they go. Comments have to be received by April 23rd, so you still have time to do that. There's the Roots Initiative webpage if you want to see what are the technical assistance and services that they are offering, so you can figure out if you think there needs to be some improvement. But great thing for people to offer input on. If you have projects you haven't been able to fund in a rural atmosphere, be great to let people know these are the things we cannot find money or services for. Please help. So that's that. We'll stop the share. I will find out the date of that webinar and send it to you all. And that's it. Million
I think
Dollar
that's it.
Man, Million Dollar Monday.
I think we should cancel next Monday because it's April vacation. I'm
Okay.
on vacation. Nobody's
Oh,
going to be showing up.
okay.
So I think let's make a real-time decision. We will take next Monday off and we will see everybody the Monday after.
In 2 weeks. All right. Sounds
All right.
good.
Awesome. So
Good
remember, if it
decision.
is money, then it is Mondays.
And if it is Monday, it is money. When
Ah,
someone
and
says
next Monday is
next,
also a holiday. See,
oh,
I knew
Patriots
it.
Day.
I
We
knew
don't
it.
we
So
don't get it, Mary. We don't get that one. But
help
but
us,
I do. That's
help
right.
us, help us. They make us work all the time. All right.
All right. Thank
Goodbye,
you,
everybody.
everybody.